Hi Virgo, thank you so much for stopping by. So I am here to do your love reading. This is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So we're going to go ahead and take a look here at what is going on for you in love, Virgo. When I was tapping in here to see what the message was, I heard Spirit say, you can't fight destiny. When the time is right, the time is right. And then these cards flew out, the 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Sun. They also show me clouds passing by. And then we have commitment, the sacred temple, and we have this card here, Stargate Heart. Heart chakra, opening, unlocking, and generosity. So again, this feels to be a message for someone that there's a certain moment that you've crossed into, which feels like with the Sun and the Queen of Wands, it's almost like there's a certain moment, again, that's developed, or that you've met this. It's almost like if you were to pin a certain moment in time that this certain thing was about to happen, which we'll confirm more of, because for some of you it could be a commitment that I feel is coming through. The sacred temple here, there's the same message with that, to where it's almost like you've arrived at the temple. You've arrived at this beautiful sacred temple up in the clouds, and I'm being shown somebody putting their hat off, you know how like bowing down and kind of like hats off to you. So this feels very beautiful. I feel for whoever aligns to this, there's a huge expansion happening in your heart chakra. And it says here too, unlocking, heart chakra opening, and generosity. And with the 4 of Pentacles, you can see this woman like clutching on and like not opening her heart. So what I really feel this is it's for a group of people who something was not meant to be yet when it comes to a certain commitment in your life. And so we're going to clarify what exactly that could be, because for some of you it definitely could be just a romantic, love commitment. It could also be a commitment in work, some sort of new contract that feels like I keep getting it's like stumbling upon your path is what I keep getting. So maybe you're going to just run into this, or you're going to suddenly receive this offer. And with the 8 of Pentacles to be before the 7 of Pentacles, that's what they mean by you can't fight destiny, or you can't change destiny, or something like that. Because it's like we're putting the 8 in front of the 7. So if this kind of sounds like something which could be for you, you would start to feel, or you would be feeling, that the time is right for something, or that you know that you've come this far for this temple to be in view. And again, I want to confirm that I think for a lot of you, this temple and the commitment is the energy of some sort of readiness to experience this sun here. And there's a lot of energy. Like, I'm trying to slow down a bit and breathe because there's a ton of energy coming in. Yeah, see, look, when I just shuffled these, we have swiftness. This feels very swift. It feels like something is moving quickly. They're showing me a bunch of things changing all together. It's almost like like a lava lamp or something, but all of the colors are like changing rapidly. So it's like something is transforming in front of your eyes, okay? Or if you found this reading, it's a confirmation of either something that you've been doing, it's like it's transforming rapidly, or there's going to be a rapid transformation. So yeah, let's go ahead and get a little bit more into this and see. I'm also being shown that for some of you watching this, there's some sort of sacred prayer that you've been doing maybe, or you have it's like either your religion or your spirituality is very important to you, but something that you've done to like connect very deeply to it recently. And it's like it's working, or it's been heard, or it's like there's some sort of deep connection here to spirit that I feel is opening your heart. I'm also being shown something I actually heard before I started the reading too. I heard the cat is out of the bag, and they showed me something with the Judgment card. And so I feel like this is all like wrapped up together to indicate that something is like releasing. There could be something that is, you know, being found out, but with this Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, that's what they're referring to with like the time is right, or you can't fight destiny. It's like there's a certain time that you've met here where maybe something is ready to be released, but also something is ready to open. So yeah, let's get a little bit more into it and see. This was at the bottom too. We have fragmented energy. And they're showing me these waves in the background to represent this, what I just kind of said about the letting go. So with the Four of Pentacles here too, for some of you, this could be a process that you've been going through, that it's like with the Sun and the Queen of Wands, you've come into some sort of wholeness, or the time is right of a certain amount of work that you've done on self, or the certain experiences that you've had recently in the sacred temple have aligned you to the Queen of Wands and the Sun. You've reclaimed something within yourself, and it's like the heart is now opening. And kind of how I feel in the reading, like I'm struggling to breathe because there's so much coming through. Like I have to kind of calm, you know, slow it down. So I feel like that could also represent what this is about. It's like this almost bursting of the heart, or bursting of the energy. It's like if you picture this pressure on the Four of Pentacles for a long time, or like a balloon, eventually it's going to burst. And I feel like that's what's happening here. There's something that, again, it's like they keep showing me, like if you pin a certain point on like a timeline or a map, and it's like this is the time where something is coming together. And as I always mention in every reading, this could manifest a bit later. It happens a lot like that. Sorry, that's my dog scratching. So it could be like 2-3 months from now. Sometimes this will develop more if you haven't fully felt that yet. But yeah, let's go into the reading a little bit more and see what else Spirit can say here. So what else, Spirit, would you like to say in this reading today? I'm hearing the path of no return, or the point of no return. And they're showing me that there's no way forward anymore. The gate has been locked. So, sorry, my dog. Two of Cups. I did see this a few times, and we have commitment here. Yeah, wow, this feels like, okay, they're showing me like dominoes coming together, or like everything's aligning. It's almost like those little, like magnets that, it's like if you align them all here, like the parts that would be attracted to the magnet, and then you put the magnet and they all like grasp onto the magnet. That's like what they're showing me. So it's like there's something that's aligning in a very beautiful way that feels, again, like it's this Stargate heart, and it has a lot to do with the certain, like it's now time. I don't even know how else to put it. It's now time. And there's this like castle kind of in the distance here too, and we have this same temple or castle here too. So yeah, I feel like maybe some of you with the Hanged Man and the Four of Cups, well, let me actually get a few more cards. I'm going to grab some oracle cards to go with this actually. I'm hearing you can't fake this, or you can't make this up. Okay, we have this here too. The Lemurian seed codes. Embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. So I feel like this reading is going to be like a very intuitive reading, that a lot of you are going to understand what I'm talking about, because a lot of this is going to be in the form of energy, if that makes sense. So it's kind of a bit indescribable with this crystal here too, that kind of represents what I'm feeling of this very high frequency, but it's almost like an influx of the frequency, which is a bit overwhelming. So I feel like maybe some of you are on, again, some kind of like deep spiritual path and journey at the moment, or you've tapped into some higher frequency recently that has been very, very beautiful, but also very overwhelming. With this Hanged Man here too, it's like you've seen something in a new perspective and it changes everything. Okay, or soon you're going to have this with the Four of Pentacles. Maybe some of you have not yet. And it's like you can try for something all you want, but if the time is not right, it's not going to happen. And I think that's what they were referring to, where we can try to force something. It's like if we're in like a dark night of the soul, for example, or if we are in this Four of Cups energy where regardless of what we try to do, we can't like find the solution, or we can't seem to shift our perspective. And yes, to a certain extent, we can change, of course, our life and our situations and circumstances, but there's also a certain time that comes in that just helps to unlock everything, and it kind of creates that domino effect where it's some sort of spiritual experience and like from a higher power that we align to, and that is just simply like right time for us at this moment. I hope that makes sense. And I feel like that's what's happening. It's like it's almost like you've unlocked a special code somehow. Okay, tell us a little bit more, Spirit. Tell us a little bit more. Yeah, the Spirit just showed me flat tires, and like we're putting air in the tires, and now the tires are rounded and they can roll forward. So with the joyous fun here and the transformation, yeah, it's like it's that kind of feeling that if your tires were flat, Four of Cups. So in other words, this will be different for everyone, but maybe your energy has been flat. Maybe your life has been flat. Maybe your love life has been flat. With the Four of Pentacles, it's like this is a safety zone, the Four of Pentacles. It's when we're holding on tightly to what we know, but we're not allowing much room for growth, or we're not energetically kind of opening up. It's a very restrictive energy. So it's like if you picture that, like your tires are being you're putting air in your tires, and your tires represent your vessel of energy right now, and even your physical body. So it's like this is a very happy looking image, and there's a lot of fun to be had. But this Four of Cups here is not. It's very flat. Yeah, and they keep showing me that something with the meeting. When I just heard something like when something meets something, and they're like referring to different, like when strength meets spirit or something like that. And it's like there's two things meeting, and they are creating this new recipe for fun and for a bursting of energy. And I don't know exactly how you've gotten there. It's going to be different for everyone, but there's just there's a huge transformation to infuse this like more bouncy, high level, joyful energy back into you with the Sun and the Queen of Wands. So yeah, you can kind of see it that way, that your tires are rounded again. It's time to use them to have fun again. And obviously we have this Two of Cups here, which I'll get into and get a little bit more, but there could be a commitment that's going to bring that into your life. And so for some of you watching, you know, again, maybe your love life has been very flat, or you know, just there wasn't much happening in that department. And it feels like this is all coming from, again, this like spiritual higher self level, where something that you've done within yourself has helped to align your heart. And the other part of it is completely a divine timing thing. So it feels like there could be a commitment with somebody coming into the picture. Yeah, so you've been, yeah, look at that, playing it safe. Intuition and manifestation in your higher self. There's something you've been playing it safe, maybe for a long time. And see, this woman's not even seeing the fireworks in the background. And that reminds me of this joyous fun. Like your tires were flat. You weren't seeing that there was joy to be had over here. If she just looked this way, she could see that. So I don't know if this represents maybe a certain situation that some of you have been involved in, or if it's more of your energy. And she has red hair too. And for some reason, I'm connecting that Queen of Wands and the Sun. It's like she has so much fire to give to life, or she has so much to offer to maybe a relationship or to something outside of her current comfort zone. But she just wasn't able to see it at the time. And it's not even something that, you know, it's like it kind of had to be there. Yeah, I'm hearing the endless journey. How to even explain it? Again, like I said with this card here too, this is a very energetic feeling that if you truly align with this reading, like you feel what I'm saying here in your energy right now. Like if you don't feel any of this, and it's probably not your reading, or it could be coming a bit later, but this is something that you truly feel, like with the rays of light here too coming off of this heart. It's like this is directly your heart chakra here. Something is opening and you feel it and you know it, and it's an energy. You can't even really maybe like name it or identify it. And Spirit's saying here something about the endless journey, how like, you know, this existence of life, whatever life is so mysterious. It's an ongoing journey of the intangible and the lessons. And that candle went out, but I'm not gonna refill it because I don't want to lose the train of energy. And my dog is very active today during the reading. He's not normally getting up all the time, so I feel like he kind of feels this energy too. There's an inner energy to this. So some of you might feel very energized, you know, like I was saying in the beginning. And this transformation is almost like exfoliating the flatness in your life. So let's see what else. And I'm getting for some of you that this is almost like your higher, it's almost like a premonition I'm hearing. So this reading itself might be almost like a message directly about something that you're already predicting. And for a lot of you, it feels like it may have to do, again, with this relationship here. Or even just the ability to connect more deeply to others. You know, there's something with your heart to where you kind of already know that something is manifesting here that you have created for yourself. Or maybe you just kind of feel that swiftness in the air to where it's like something has changed. I can feel that something has changed in the air. It's like that's the feeling. What else, Spirit, would you like to say here? I'm being shown someone picking up a hammer, and I'm hearing something like, it's time to go back to work, but they were not picking up the hammer before. Yeah, it was like you were not in the position to maybe have the capacity or the energy to put effort into something to make your life move forward. For some, this could also be in work or something that you're doing that to be recognized with the Queen of Wands and the Sun. There's a few different messages here. So it's like maybe you have more of a motivation that you were lacking with the reference of putting the air back in the tires. Maybe you didn't have the motivation to even put effort into yourself or your work or your appearance or various things. And it's like maybe it's coming back online. You know, it's like you signed off for a while, but you're coming back online. And you may not even have really signed off. It could have just been, I'm even getting that for some of you, it's more so like your higher self was signed off. Not that it was totally signed off, but it was just like partially signed off with that fragmented energy. It's like with this playing it safe here too, you may have only been allowing like partial divine wisdom to come through. Even if you didn't realize it, with the Four of Cups, you were blocking the flow of your true potential, or you were blocking the flow of like what your higher self was truly communicating to you. And in this case, it's like your higher self is your highest potential too, and it's this ability to like allow yourself to enjoy these things and to be happy and to follow your bliss and all of these things. Like it just, yeah, I don't know, it feels very large here. It feels like this probably takes pieces of every part of your life. Like it's not just one area, because it's your energy. So it's like it's come back online, you know. What else, Spirit, would you like to say for this group of people who need to hear this? What else would you like to say? Okay, so we have manifestation, yeah, personal power, resourcefulness, free will, intentions, and we have power of choice. Create your own destiny, do what you feel is right. You are not stuck. The world is yours for the taking. And we have charismatic here, and we also have perseverance behind that. And I am seeing we have divine union here too. Yeah, so I don't know what exactly, you know, you've done here to pick up this hammer again, but it feels like it's coming back to you. And some of you, this feels like a message that could go many layers deep. So I will probably do like a collective reading, a more in-depth one soon in the next few days, because this feels like it has a lot of layers to it. But yeah, I feel like for now, someone just needs to know that it's like you have quite literally taken back all of your power. It's like if the energy was given outward, you've pulled it back, and now you're the one in the driver's seat. And I'm being shown, Spirit, like laying out cards and saying, just pick your fate. Pick what you want. So this could even be like a portal of energy, is sort of what it feels like too. There's a portal of energy where there's so much for you to choose now. It's almost like a buffet. You know, the buffet was not in view. You know, you only have the salad bar, but now it's like you have the whole buffet. And it's because you've put your attention to the fact that you deserve the buffet. Okay, or again, the timing element of it too, to where it's like certain things are ready to show up. I'm hearing don't hold yourself back. Yeah, so don't hold yourself back. And I feel like this could even be a message for others of you of like an encouragement. If you don't feel like you're in this yet, there's a message of encouragement from Spirit to see your life as that buffet and not limiting yourself to think that you only deserve to play it safe right now. Or again, you only deserve the salad bar. It's like you deserve the entire buffet. And I feel like there's so much selection of energy, like they showed me earlier with the colors changing. That's kind of the same feeling here again, to where there's so much potential swirling, and you weren't able to see how much potential because your focus was only on this maybe one cup, or you were just not in the right mindset to see how much is truly available for you. And that could translate into every little area. You know, maybe for example, some of you were so focused on one particular person or one relationship that you failed to see that how many other people would be better suited for you. And that could be the commitment message. Same thing with like work or opportunities. You were maybe focused on one way of doing it. And now it's like what's coming into view is all of the other ways that you could do it. There's a lot of interference in this reading today. I don't know why. I think it's just because of the energy. I think we have the Lionsgate portal coming up too, so that could be part of what this is maybe. It feels like that. It feels like a portal. I just heard, lay down your sword. Okay. Yeah, so this message here, this could be something specific for some of you that you've been, I think I mentioned before, maybe you've been fighting for something to happen, but it just hasn't happened. Or others of you have been trying, it's almost like you've been trying to go down route A, and you were so focused on going down route A and putting all of your energy into route A because you thought that that's what you wanted. But then you find that like route B is actually much better for you and it's much smoother. But you have to lay down route A. You have to leave the sword there and not fight for route A anymore. So whatever that is for you, there's a better path, there's a better way. And this could be so many things. Again, this reading, I feel, could be like for hours because there's so much to say here. But just to kind of like summarize it, it feels like some of you might be using your energy and your sword, sort of is how they're showing it, to fight for energies which are creating more resistance for you. This is the path of least resistance right here. What else, Spirit, would you like to say, please, for this message? I'm hearing things are wrapping up now. Stay rooted and grounded. Okay, yeah, some of you, this Justice, the Devil here, there's something wrapping up. The Route A reference. Again, I don't know what Route A is, but something around Route A is wrapping up now. And it's like there's it's like a tunnel that you're taking to transition yourself from Route A to Route B. I'm not sure what's going on with the camera here today. And that's what it feels like. It feels like with this stay rooted and grounded, things are wrapping up now. It's almost like the final pieces of something are wrapping up. And that could be we're holding the space at the moment before this big breakthrough comes in. And I think that actually came up in the pick a card reading I did in one of the piles. It was similar. It felt like with the sun, like the sun has already arrived. This energy of this new beginning and this transformation of self is already here, and all of that has come up already. But we also can't like just, go in the middle of the sun, we're going to get burned. It's like it has to kind of be a gradual process too, where the light comes in increments. And the reason for that is because some of you might be wrapping up the final pieces of whatever this devil in the tower is, whatever Route A was. And it could be so many other details with that, with the Justice card. There's other people's free will involved, other people's karma that maybe you've been attached to and that you've been playing out. And it just brings to mind like someone who's chained to something, and we've broken like 10 out of the 12 chains, and you're soon to be completely free here to track down your fears and desires with the hunter. And okay, I think I finally fixed the camera now. It was driving me crazy. And that actually could be, I'm trying to like figure out, because I always take things as signs around the environment, like what this means, the interference. And I feel like with the Tower and the Devil, it is that transition from Route A to Route B. And I feel like that's like there's an influx now of energy with the Sun that's kind of tampering with, to allow that, you know, to come in. But let's get some final messages here. I don't want to spend too long on it, but let's see, is there any final messages here for this reading, Spirit? Yeah, I'm hearing keep the hope alive a little while longer. Some of you here are in the process right now of holding the space for this to happen. And it's like as you stay rooted and grounded, you're keeping the hope alive because, again, you kind of like already, I don't know, you feel this. It's like if we go in for like a surgery or something with the transformation, we can't expect to just get up the next day and go for a run, you know, if it's like a severe surgery or a major surgery. So there's something like that, to where there's a down period required, that depending on where you are, you have already been through this, or you're like currently going through this, okay, or you will be going through this. And it's like if you just hold out a little while longer, you will find yourself to be, you know, healed from whatever you initially went into surgery for with this transformation. Yeah, they're showing me somebody like getting all prepared for a race. They have their whatever, their new shoes ready. They have their tag, you know, on them, whatever it is that they put on them. It's like prepared for that race. And I feel like that's what this is saying here. You're about to be prepared for a new race. Yeah, and that's what Route B is. So for some of you, this is going to be a complete like new route in terms of what you're achieving next, and like what's possible for your life. So life could go into a different direction, but it could also just be the potentials and the opportunities of what you're attracting. You're preparing for that. Okay, you wouldn't just bring your old self into Route B. Yeah, there's like a ton of things coming up here. I'm also being shown with the surgery reference, that could be quite literal for some of you, not like actual physical surgery unless that resonates, but it's almost like an energetic surgery they're showing me. Some of you could also have like a group of guides that are working on you energetically wise, and it's almost like I'm being shown them have a checkpoint, or like checking things off, like, okay, we upgraded this, we upgraded that, and they're like checking everything off. And that's what they're showing me, and I feel like that's what this is all kind of doing right now. So when you have energies like plucked from your system, or when you have going through like this checkpoint energy or this upgrade, it's the same reference, like there needs to be also some downtime. But same reference with the tires too. It's like a car that new parts are being put into the car, you know, so they're going to run differently than the old parts. That's the feeling. Your tires are being filled, your energy is being upgraded, and soon you're going to be back on the road. And even if you haven't like veered off the road completely, some of you may be in like a down period right now. But others of you, this is more of just how they're showing it to be, that the road has been more so speaking to just the upgrade of that, you know, just like that pit stop, and then now you're taking the new road that wasn't accessible maybe before. So yeah, just to put it simply, it just feels like there's a lot new things you're guided to intuitively. There's new things being manifested, but it's highly energetic, which is why I keep referring to that. It feels like it's almost being downloaded to you, or you're manifesting it, and it's being now shown in your world. Okay, any final message? Any final message here for the viewers, please? We have the Akashic Records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, and freedom. Yeah, wow. And here we have sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness, and sensuality. Yeah, that's kind of why it feels this way. This feels like something happening here on such a soul level with this Akashic Records. I feel like I actually might read that card at the end of the reading here in a minute, because it feels like that kind of summarizes the whole reading of where this is coming from, and the references that I'm making about like the car and all of that. It's an energetic upgrade, and there's something going on this like past life level too, releasing past lives and freedom. That's the chain reference. That's this Queen of Wands. It's like you're becoming who you really are, or it's I don't even know the word for it. It's just something very big is purging and clearing, and with this sacral chakra here too, the sacred inner space, that's that feeling of the transformation, but it's also the inward feeling of the higher self too, where a lot of this is happening on such an inner level that you're aligning to. So it's like maybe being kind to yourself, being easy on yourself. Any final message here, Spirit, before I read a little bit from the guidebook? Any final message? Yeah, I'm just being shown this like love for self too, with the Star and the Six of Pentacles and the Hunter. It's like there's more of a deep connection to self that you are cultivating, or that you will find yourself to be in, and it's translating also into the way that you're acting outwardly, the way that like the energy that you have to give to others, the projects that you're going to be working on, the connections that are coming in. So I never touched on that commitment card. It didn't really come up more, but again, I will be doing another reading here in the next day or two, because it does feel like, again, there's a lot more here. But let's just see if there's anything with this commitment card that maybe I missed. No, it just feels like everything in one. It's like that paper is this Akashic Records, actually. That paper that this man's signing, it's almost like if you were given a new contract and everything, different aspects of your life have something higher up now. And you're signing the contract because this is something which has happened here with your journey spiritually. You've, with this book, see the Akashic Records and the paper, it's like you're ready to sign a new contract. It's like if something expires and now we're signing a new contract, but the terms have changed. And in this case, the terms are a lot higher frequency terms. The relationships that you're going to be meeting, the opportunities that you will attract, the money that you will make, the energy of self-love within yourself, it's all like of a higher caliber now. And you're ready to sign that contract. And they're actually pointing to it to be reversed before with that Four of Cups, because it wasn't the right time. Remember, I started the reading by saying something about you can't fight fate or destiny, or there's something like that. So I feel like a lot of this is this divine timing again with the star. See, and this kind of reminds me of like the Akashic records in a way too, like the connection up to the stars. It's preordained this way, and you've reached the path in that juncture point now to where you have the opportunity to sign the new contract. I really hope this reading makes sense. This is a really interesting reading, but let me go ahead and just close up the reading by reading this card and maybe a little bit from that card if you are interested. Okay, so it says, when you draw this card, the universe is releasing you from past experiences. These can be soul-based memories, fears from previous lifetimes, or older aspects of this current lifetime that you have now moved on from. Know that this is the time to reclaim your freedom and rewrite your story. You can do this by following through on your dreams. Gone are the days of fear-based indecision. This is the time to rise up and claim your truth. If you are sitting on a dream or are feeling called to move in a particular direction, it's because you have unearthed an important soul lesson, and it is essential for you to follow that call to clear unwanted energies of your past. As you do so, don't allow yourself to be pulled into expecting the worst possible outcome. Know that this expectation is not your truth, but old energy is being released from your energy body. Call in angels to shine their light on any repressed fears, energies, or stories that are no longer serving you. It's time to fly high in freedom. Yeah, that's what that Sun and the Queen of Wands is. And let me just read from this other card since we're here. You are being guided to the gateway of your sacred self. This is an opportunity to recognize that the more tender and vulnerable aspects of your being hold keys to great power. Honor the sacred within. Reclaim any parts of yourself that you have disconnected from or abandoned. If you want to experience more love and belonging, look within. There's a huge lesson in finding love within yourself. Realize that false narratives have been floating around your energy field, stories that have discouraged you from expressing yourself. You may even have been lied to and told that you aren't beautiful. This card is here to remind you that you are beautiful, and more importantly, you can create beauty in the world. Recognize that you hold the power of the universe within, and then you'll find your flow. Wow, so really beautiful reading. I just saw an owl as I'm about to close up the reading, so that could be a sign for someone, just this big owl swooped in here. But I will leave it here. I really hope this was helpful. I really hope this made sense. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. Definitely comment below if you're feeling this. Very intense energy. I'd love to know. And don't forget to check out our Patreon tribe. I do post exclusive readings over there every week. And I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.